this fight, I think a lot of people, not me, thought you weren't going to take it. Does it feel good to kind of like take the smile off their faces? Look, I'm going straight back into it.
You can say to take the smile off the face, but for me, it's just the right option. I'm a competitor. It's the fight that I wanted. It was the fight at the right time, and it was hot now. If we left it too long, we'd probably get forgotten about. So for me, yeah, let's run it back.
Just on that, some, especially Liam, he said like, "Oh, you were kind of forced into that." Do you feel that at all?
Definitely not. At the end of the day, it's on Sky, on Boxer. I had to say, really. I'm not trying to be bigoted. I had to say. I even picked the name, Resurgence. This is my show, man. But at the end of the day, like I said, there were so many options I could have went down. But me, as the person I am, it's what I wanted, and it's gave him another payday.
So obviously you've been quiet since that. Just what have you kind of been doing in this time away? What have you maybe learned from the last fight?
Just chilling, really. Just being myself before all this fame and Instagram stuff. Because at the end of the day, when I went to the Olympics and stuff, I was just boxing, just being me. And then when you turn pro, of course, you do a bit of media, and my media was blowing up, and it was taking a lot of time, really. So for me, it's good. I've just been able to just focus on myself, focus on the people around me. And I kind of liked it. It was quite good, to be fair.
There was a talks of you maybe going to America and stuff. Do you think that maybe was a bit of a distraction going into that fight?
Maybe so, yeah. Because like for me, always like I like to look down the line, and for me, I was like, yeah, after this, New York, after this, I do this, after this. And sometimes it's good to just be in the present. And I think that's the main thing that this has taught me: to stay in the present. Don't think about the future. And then when you get the present right, the future will come. That's how I treat it now.
The injuries that you sustained, I for one have had a back injury, and they're no joke. Did it annoy you that people accused you of maybe faking it?
It's one of those, like I said to the last person, a lot of people say this, but when they see me, I'm not trying to proclaim I'm this bad man or a big scary person, but they won't say it to me. Yeah. They'll say it under aliases on Instagram or YouTube or this stuff like that. But people who know me know what I've been through in the amateurs. I had a real bad injury, and I still went to the Olympics, got a medal. My first part of my career, I had a real bad injury. Carried on with a couple of fights, but I had to have a break and get that sorted. And then something like this that happened in the ring. If you can't continue, you can't continue. But at the end of the day, these things do happen, and that's why we're here now.
And it's almost when I was an amateur, I used to think as well, like I don't want to give somebody a free hit on me. So like
exactly. That's the thing. Is oh yeah, it's all opinions really and what people think. But it don't matter what happened. Why would I pull myself in a situation where the injury was bad enough, but it could have been really bad. If you see the first clip, I was on my neck. One wrong move with his weight on me could have been really bad. So I wouldn't put myself in a position like that where I might not be able to box again. But a lot of people got stuff to say all the time.
And if you carried on, and then let's say you had to get withdrawn in the 10th round and you lose, they'll be like, "Oh, you should have pulled out."
Exactly. But it's just is what it is, really. These freaky things happen. I'm sure. I don't know if it will happen again, but I'm sure something mad like that will happen again. So who knows?
I just wanted to ask you about. I know after the fight, Ben Shalom was really vocal. He was like, "Look, he needs to change his training scheme." Have there been any changes to that?
Yeah, man, we've got you in the corner now. Now we've got the boxing scene in the corner. But yeah, just tightening it up a little bit, just being a bit more focused and things like that.
And I've heard rumours of you linking up with Andy Lee. Is that any truth to that?
I don't know about these rumours. No, I mean, I've just been playing my PlayStation, chilling out. But I heard the boxing scene is in my corner.
And so no link up back with Sugar Hill?
You never know, man. Time will tell, man.
So what would be, I know you spoke of how you've just focused back on boxing. What would you say the main lesson you've taken from that fight?
Like I said previously, just staying in the present, really. And one good thing is I wouldn't say pressure, but I used to put everything on boxing. And sometimes that's draining too. You just heard the news of Joe being diagnosed with cancer and things like that, man. Some things are bigger than boxing. Some things are bigger than life itself. And when people are going through those situations, at the end of the day, it's only a fight. And I think that mindset's made me nice and calm and cool, and I'm good now.
Yeah, I think somebody, like a lot of people forget it is only a sport at the end
Yeah,
of the day.
it's a barbaric sport, but at the end of the day, it's just a sport. Uh, I'm a winner at heart, and I love to win. Everything I do, I want to win, and I will win. But sometimes you kind of just overthinking, overdo stuff, and sometimes just let it flow, man. And I think that's the greatest lesson I got from this: just be in the present, just focus on the now, and move on.
Do you think that was Liam Cameron's one chance?
100%. I think one chance and ran off with it. And like I said, he's got his new followers. He's doing all this, that. He's got his new proclaimed fame. He's going to get a rematch, get paid again. Where really and truly, if I turned up the way I should have, none of this would be happening. And I don't like to talk about people like this, but you wouldn't have been speaking about him again. He'd probably be on someone's undercard against another high prospect who'd lose and sadly go on into the distance. But fair play. The bizarre thing happened and he's made a bit of a name from it, but we just had to end that.
Is it like a real animosity behind you? What was your feelings towards him after?
For me, no, I said that on the stage as well. There's no actual emotional attachment from me. Of course, I want to win. Of course, I want to perform. But him as a person, it's just another fight, really. In the amateurs, of course, it's only the amateurs, as people say. But I fought people 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, and you just turn up, fight, shake hands, and leave. At the end of the day, that's what this is. It's just another fight. And at the end of the day, I'll win and move on.
And the final one from me, just a prediction for the fight.
A nice juicy win and go home to my family. That's the main thing. I'll get no rounds or this, that, but a win.
Stoppage?
Let me know what round you bet on. We'll see.
Top man, I really appreciate it, man.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.